Yes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another session of engineering mechanics. So, in the previous class, we have taken up some introduction part of couple, isn't it? Now, we'll take one problem on couple also. And what is couple, and what is the meaning of couple, and what is the effect of couple, we have taken up already, isn't it? So now we'll move to the next step topic, next session unit, that is, next problem. So just note down this problem. It's very, very important problem. So figure shows a plate. Figure shows a plate subjected to loads. Subjected to loads. Full stop. Replace the loads by an equivalent force through C and a couple acting through A and B. Through A and B. Solve if the forces of the couple are A horizontal and B vertical. Okay. So what is this question and what actually the question is asking us, that we'll discuss after drawing this diagram. Okay. I'll draw this diagram. So we have a plate here. This is, the best example. This question actually is the best example for steel structure. Steel structure? Yes. Nowadays, every function hall in our Hyderabad, many function halls are getting constructed with the help of steel structure, isn't it? The auditorium which we have here, that is entirely a steel structure, isn't it? So that steel structure, the joint at which the entire truss is actually fixed to some plate, isn't it? It will fixed at certain plate. So what are the forces acting on that plate? That is nothing but this one. Okay. So how to find resultant? What happens if force acts on it? What are the couple and what is the moments act on that particular section plate? Is nothing but this problem. So many people will have, sir, what is this? What is this? All these things are actually useful. Okay. So copying diagram is also very important. Carefully you have to take down the diagram from the question paper. 3 meter. This is point A. This is point B. 2 meter. And we have a force from here, that is like this. Okay. One force is 450 newtons. And one more force is passing through this point, and the intensity or magnitude of that force is 720 newtons. And this is point C and this point is B. Okay. All the things are given in the question. So these are the forces acting on this particular plate. This is a plate either we may consider, as I told you just now, that it is nothing but a gusset plate. You know what is gusset plate? So gusset plate is something wherein, you know, we fix this plate on the wall, and you might have seen I beams, you might have seen I sections, isn't it? I sections, you know. The same beam will be using in I section, steel structure. Okay, so that I beam will get fixed to the plate, okay, with the help of bolted connections. Okay, and especially you can see those things in bridges, on railway bridges, right? The entire system is made up of steel, isn't it? What do we say that? Walk through those bridges, okay? Platforms will be having on, especially on railway platforms and all, to shift from one platform to another platform will have entirely steel frame, steel structure. So those actually are connected with the help of these gusset plates. The fixation, the joints which are fixed, one plate, one steel angle and another steel angle will be fixed with one another, and they will have a plate to give support to that particular junction. Okay, so that is nothing but this plate. Okay, so see here, actually in this problem they are asking us to calculate couple. So how to calculate that, one by one we'll see. The very first step, see the question, figure shows a plate subjected to loads. There are two loads acting on that particular plate. Okay, replace that load by an equivalent load passing through point C. That means we have to calculate moment at this point. See, we are actually, in the question itself they are asking us to replace the force through point C and a couple acting through A and B. That means A and B, there is couple. There are two forces at A and B. There are two forces. One is going in right direction. It is also mentioning that one either you can consider it as horizontal, and another part you consider it as vertical. Okay, so initially one force is acting in horizontal direction, another force is acting in positive x direction, negative x direction. So because of that, what will happen? The entire system or the entire plate will rotate about its C, that is centroidal axis, as I told you before yesterday, isn't it? It will try to rotate like this, isn't it? If the forces are acting vertically, then it will try to rotate in clockwise, isn't it? So the very first thing what we will do is, since we have inclined forces we cannot calculate moment also, and even we cannot calculate couple also unless we have components. Okay, so the very first thing what I will do is, we'll try to calculate components for these forces. So this force, we'll name this force as P, okay, and this force as F. Okay, one force is P, another force is F. Now since these two forces are inclined, so we'll try to calculate its components. How will you calculate components? Before calculation of components, we need this inclination. To calculate this inclination also, they have not given the slope of this line, isn't it? And even it is not given any theta also. But one thing they have mentioned, that this line is getting projected, the line of action of this force is reaching till here. So what I will do, many students what they will do, they will try to take angle from here. They will try to fix angle with y-axis. This is vertical line, right? So always remember, whenever you see these inclined lines, okay, always try to connect your angle to horizontal line. Okay, it will help you in easy. It will make the problem easy. So suppose, for example, I will connect this theta. I will not calculate this theta. I will try to calculate this angle. Whenever you find any horizontal line, inclined line, so whenever you try to calculate x, theta with x, so that our problem becomes easy instead of going with y-axis. Okay, always remember this one. Okay, so what I have done here, I have provided an angle with x-axis. This is my horizontal line, right? So I'll name this as alpha. Okay, and another one, see this one, what shall I do now? Shall I fix it here or fix it there? At the top, isn't it? I'll make this as beta. Okay, And many students will have again this mistake, this confusion also. Suppose this is 30 degrees. Okay. What about this angle? 30 degrees only. What about this angle? 30 degrees only. So many students will have confusion. Sir, what this is 30? How that can be 30? 30 only, isn't it? So many students will get confused here. So if I make angle here, sir, beta here. Again, if I take beta here, beta only. Okay. All right. So we'll try to take down the force. This one, force P. So P is equal to how much? 450 newtons. And see, I will draw this triangle to make our problem simple. What I will do? I will try to draw this triangle or this triangle. Tell me which one? The triangle which is connected with alpha. Okay. So this is vertical line. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. And this one is your inclination, and this is your theta, beta, alpha, right? This is alpha. Now you see this triangle, this is 3 meter, and this one is how much? 4 meter. Yeah, 2 plus 2 is 4 meter. Now you tell me, what is tan alpha? Tan alpha is height by base of the triangle, right? This is the base. This is base. So height by base is 4 by 3, isn't it? So tan alpha is equal to 4 by 3. So alpha is equal to tan inverse of 4 by 3. Alpha is equal to how much? 53.13. Somewhere. 53.13 degrees. Okay, we got alpha. You got the value of alpha. Now we can calculate px and py. So px is equal to p cos alpha, py is equal to p sin alpha, isn't it? So p cos alpha, what is the value of p? P is 450. Cos alpha is cos 53.13. Cos 53.13. What is the answer for this one? Yeah, 270.0. 270.0 newtons. Now see here. Now wait. Very important thing. That is px is see the force in which quadrant it is acting. It is going in which quadrant? Once you want to identify whether it is acting in which quadrant, so you have to provide an x and y axis over here. So it is going in which quadrant? Third quadrant, isn't it? So what I will do, since it is px, instead of writing minus, because further we'll have some confusions, okay? So instead of writing minus, what I will do, I will provide an arrow over here. Able to understand? So we have provided an 270.0 newtons, and it is going in negative x direction. Okay, able to follow? Now py is equal to, what is the value of p? We have 450. What is the value of sin alpha? Sin 53.13. So what is the value for py? 259.9 or 260 newtons. Okay, 359.9, isn't it? So can we take 360? Yes, we can take 360. So 360 newtons. And again it is going in third quadrant. So since the force is going in negative y direction, so I will write here like this. Okay, able to follow? Yeah. So px and py we have calculated. Now we'll go for the calculation of fx and fy. Okay. So now we will go for the calculation of fx and fy. So what is the value of f? 722 newtons. And for this also, see, we are forming one right angle triangle over here, isn't it? So this is one vertical line over there. Then we have a horizontal line like this for the triangle. Then we have this one. So this is my beta. Okay. So this one is 2 meter and this one is how much? 3 meter? Yes, this is 3 meter, right? 3 meter. Alright? Yes. So since it is beta, so can you tell me what is tan beta? Tan beta is equal to height of this triangle by base of this triangle, 2 by 3. Okay. So 2 by 3. So beta is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 3. So what is the value of tan inverse of 2 by 3? You got the value of beta. 33.69 degrees. Okay. Now we'll try to calculate our fx and fy. Fx is equal to f cos beta and fy is equal to f sin beta. So f cos beta, what is the value of f? 722 into cos 33.69. What about fy? 722 into sine 33.69. Tell me the value of fx and fy. 600.74 newtons. Now see here, the force is going in which quadrant? Fourth quadrant, that is down to the right, isn't it? So down to the right is nothing but this is going in positive x direction. Alright. Now what about fy? 400.49. It is going in downward direction. Okay, newtons. Otherwise you write this newtons first. And direction, force and direction. Okay, we have the value for fx and fy. We have the value for px and py. Now after that we'll try to calculate moment at c. Okay, moment at c we will calculate. So with the help of this moment we are replacing, while calculating moment at c, we are replacing these two forces to one force. Okay, that is what we are going to do now. Okay, why? Because see, when you open a tab or if you have a very soft tab, what it will do, if you just rotate it, it will rotate on its own axis. So you are not applying the force, but at the same time it is rotating, isn't it? So how it is rotating, that is what we are replacing our effort on one force. Okay, once you open that, so few tabs you can see it will rotate continuously. So that is nothing but, or else if you see your football or any basketball, if you put it on your finger and try to rotate it, what will happen? You apply force in such a way that two forces you will apply, but what happens there? After removing the force also it will try to rotate. So that is nothing but we are replacing all those forces to one force. What is that particular force? We will try to calculate now. To calculate that particular force, we need components. Okay. We need components of these forces. Okay. So since you can pause it and you can copy it down, right? Yeah. In the video itself. Okay. Fine. Now we'll go for the replacement of that particular force. That is, we'll try to calculate moment of forces about point C. Okay, so now see here, now I will draw our forces components. This is which force? Py. What about this force? Px. Okay, what about this one? Fy. And this force is Fx. Okay, so we know the value of Fx, Fy, right? What is the value of Px we have? Px, Py, Fx, Fy. What is the value of Px? 270 70 newtons. What is the value of Py? 360 newtons. What about Fx? 600.74 newtons. What about Fy? 400.49. Right, good. So we have the values of Px, Py, Fx, Fy, all those values. Now we'll try to calculate moment at C. What is the moment at C? Now, how to calculate moment at C again? Always use your thumb. Okay. Keep your thumb on point C and see the force Px. Px is going in which direction? Clockwise direction. So Px into force into perpendicular distance is 2 meter. 2 meter. Then what about Py? Keep your thumb on point P or C and see Py anti-clockwise, isn't it? So minus Py into perpendicular distance is 3 meters, isn't it? Now we have Fx. See the force Fx. Fx is going in anti-clockwise direction. So minus Fx into perpendicular distance is how much? 2 meter into 2. What about Fy? See, Fy is passing through point C, isn't it? Fy is passing through point C. So because of that Fy, there will be no moment developed at point C, isn't it? If you hold a bag on your arm, okay, if you keep your bag here like this, what will happen? Your body will experience moment. Your body will try to rotate, isn't it? If you keep your bag like this, what will happen? Your shoulder will pain, isn't it? So at the same time, if you keep your bag on your shoulder, what happens? Whether your body is experiencing any movement or couple, nothing, right? So that is why, because of this particular force, there is no movement. So that is what we do everyday life. All our life is all about forces and moments. Okay. So we keep our bag like this so that there should not be any movement or couple develop in our body. That is why we can at least handle those bags from home to our college and all those things. Why? Because we are making that particular moment zero, okay, by providing entire weight on the center. If you keep your bag like this and come, you can come. Can you come? Nobody can come, right? So that will become zero. Sorry. So now can you tell me what is the value of Px and Py? Substitute. This is how much? 270. Py is 360. Fx is 600. Tell me the entire value. No. See, we are considering those minus and plus in our clockwise and anti-clockwise. That is why I have mentioned there. Just put the direction. That is why we have provided directions over there instead of providing minus. Okay. So clockwise and anti-clockwise we have taken up here itself. Okay. Clockwise and anti-clockwise we have taken up in the calculation part itself, whether clockwise positive, anti-clockwise negative, all those things we have taken in our calculation part itself. Okay. So can you tell me 270 into 2 how much? 340 minus the entire answer 1740 Newton meter. We got the entire moment due to this forces. Now what we have to do, we have to provide a same plate like this. Now I am going for that A part, whether the forces are going in horizontal direction. Okay, so horizontal means one force is acting like this and another force. This is T, I don't know this T. Okay, I don't know this force. But we know that since we are applying horizontal forces here, the moment developed is how much? A horizontal. Okay. So this is how much? 1740, right? So what is happening because of this force? Because of since we are getting minus, why? Because it is going in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so it is rotating like this. So T into what is this distance? Total distance top to bottom? 4, isn't it? This is 4 meter. 4 meter. T into 4 is equal to what is the couple acting over here? Moment or couple. Okay. So 4 is equal to, T is equal to how much? Minus 1740 divided by 4. How much? Minus 435 newtons. Okay. Now I am going for the B part, that is otherwise you copy down, then we'll go for this one. Okay. Now we'll go for the vertical forces. So the same plate, this is how much? 4 meter, and this is 3 meter, since it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, isn't it? So what happens to the forces? Isn't it? So this force might be, we'll take it as S. There we have taken S, T. Now we'll take here S. So again S into, what is this distance now? 3 is equal to minus 1740, right? Yes. So S is equal to minus 1740 divided by 3. You will get the value of this one. 550, 580. 580 newtons. Okay. So this is how we calculate couple. Okay. So this is the procedure, one by one procedure to calculate your couple. Okay. First we have resolved all the forces to components. Then after calculation of components, moment at center. Okay. Because entire rotation is happening at the center, isn't it? Moment at that particular point. Then what is the direction it is rotating? We can calculate we can find out the rotation, the type of rotation, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, with the help of this value, that is minus 1740. We got this value. Okay. This one. Yeah, this one minus 580. Okay. See, we got this minus 1740. So depending upon this value, whether it is positive or negative, we have to apply these forces. Then we have to calculate what is the final force acting over here. Okay. So this is how we calculate. We'll take a few more problems one by one so that you will understand what is actually happening in couple. Okay. This is the first problem. Now in the next upcoming classes we'll be taking few more problems which are somewhat a bit different from these type of problems. One by one we'll be seeing those problems, and hopefully you will understand entirely the entire concept of couple. Okay. Thank you.